welcome to the Splendid Spring Booktag. So if you're new here, I have been making a book tag for every single season. So I made an awesome autumn book tag, wondrous winter book tag, and now the Splendid Spring book tag. Let's go, baby. How these work is there is a total of 10 regular questions and 5 bonus questions. So you can do the bonus ones if you want. You could just do the 10 ones, or you can exchange them. So let's say the first 10, there's a few you're like, I don't like the question, or would rather do one of these questions, or maybe you don't have a book that you've read that you can pick for that question. You could switch them around, do whatever you want to do, or you could just do the bonus questions, or you could just do whichever ones you want to do. This is stress-free zone. Make it your own. Please tag me so that I can see your content and spread it around. Did that sound weird? Spread it around. I didn't mean it like that. So I can boost it, share it. There's the right word. We found it. As per the usual ritual, we have gotten a $5 candle from Target. This one is Mandarin hibiscus. It smells, it's like a sweet flower with cotton and moisture. Does that make sense? I don't know if I sound insane right now. Amazing. Let's hop on into this bad boy. Question 1. Everywhere flowers are blooming. Choose a book you love or think you will love with flowers on the cover. For this one, I'm choosing These Violent Delights, which is just, can we just take a second to just look at this? Wow. Moment of silence for this cover. I love this cover so much. I believe it's an enemies to lovers Romeo and Juliet retelling with some fantasy elements thrown in there. So I am very excited about this and can't wait to read it. Spring is the perfect time for a fun trip. Choose a book that you would like to read or have read traveling from one place to another. For this one, I am choosing Dante and Aristotle Discover the Universe because I actually started this audiobook while I was traveling to Louisiana by car. So I listened to it in the car, and then I also, whenever I take walks outside, I play it. I'm not done with it yet, but I absolutely love it and highly recommend it when you're needing something that's not, it doesn't take a whole lot of brain power, and it is kind of slow, but it's very like emotional and very slice of life kind of book. They have me in my feelings so hard. I can't wait to see how it ends. I hope it ends happy. I'm worried because sometimes this book's kind of sad a little bit, and I'm just like, I need a happy ending here because I can't stand it otherwise. Question 3. Who doesn't love a spring fling? Choose a book you were obsessed with for a short period of time, but swiftly cast it aside. And for this one, I have to choose Incarceron. I don't know what it was about this book in high school. There was like a very short 3 weeks where I was just obsessed with it, and I thought it was the best book ever, and that it was so cool, and I feel like I kind of felt like not like other girls because it's kind of a weird book. Like to this day, I couldn't tell you what it's about. It's very strange, and it doesn't make much sense, at least it didn't to me back then. It was weird. I don't know. I remember like recommending it to everyone and like trying to get people to read this book. And looking back after that like short like 3 weeks, I was like, why did you do that? Question number 4. Everyone loves the smell of freshly mowed grass, but not at an ungodly hour. Choose a book that personifies as a middle-aged dad waking up on a Saturday at 7 a.m. to mow the lawn when he should be asleep like the rest of us. Why? Go to bed. You're waking us all up. It's a Saturday. Shouldn't you be hungover or something? I have to believe the majority of us have been there when you're a kid, you're sleeping in, it's a Saturday, and you're in your house or your apartment or whatever, ring, and you're just like, it's birds are barely awake. Why are you up? Go to bed. See a therapist, probably you should. The grass will be fine. For this one, I must pick The Initiation, which is a book I recently read and absolutely despised. It was horrendous. I hated this book. Let me make sure I mean what I say. I do mean what I say. I hated this book more than I hated Cape May. And that is saying a lot if you've ever read that book. That book is horrible. But this was just like, my brain melted, and the rest of my body caught on fire. Like, I was so beyond pissed. How dare any writer ever write something like this and not give trigger warnings for it? Like, you know what? I will save my spillage for my escapisms of the month video where I talk about books and TV and movies that I watch every month, but I got a lot to say. Got a lot to say. But anyways, I'm choosing this book because it genuinely does not make sense to me. I can't comprehend it. Just like I can't comprehend why a dad would wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to mow the grass. You're not curing cancer, you're cutting the grass. Go to sleep. A surprise rain shower might spoil your outdoor fun, but don't worry, the sun will be back. Choose a book that made you really sad, but the sun still shined in the end. And for this one, I have to pick Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, because for like 90% of the book, I wanted so much more and so much better for these characters than they were giving themselves, and it just made me so sad to see. But it ends happy and ends with said characters making some good life choices that make them happier. So that's good. Question 6. It's that time of year where all the animals stretch their limbs and come out of hibernation. I wish I could hibernate. Choose a book that pulled you out of a reading slump. Reading slumps are the absolute worst. You love reading, you want to read so bad, but your body and brain and eyes and everything else, it's just like, no. I was in a huge reading slump during COVID, which sucks because, I mean, COVID's still going on, but I mean the beginning of like quarantine, it really sucked because reading was something that brought me a lot of joy. We were stuck inside. It's like, I wanted to read so bad, but I just couldn't. And one of the books that brought me out of it was City of Ghosts. I absolutely adored this book. I definitely plan on continuing the series. It's a middle grade book about a girl whose parents, they study ghost activity. There's some supernatural activity, ghost activity, something like that. So her parents are traveling to a specific location that has a lot of ghost activity. And so they're doing like a little TV show and stuff, and she gets caught up in her own run-in with ghosts and creatures like that. I found the characters very endearing. It was just super easy to read. It was just the right amount of brain power to feel like you're not having to put in effort, but was still having really great world building. So if you're in a reading slump, I do highly recommend this. Question 7. Students all over the world take a sigh of relief in knowing that they get a break from school. Choose a book whose friend group you would like to spend spring break with. For this one, I chose the entire friend group of the Wicked Villain series. This is an adult erotica series, and I don't know, they just seem like a lot of fun. I just have an inkling that I would have a very good time there. An actual dream come true. Putting all the steam aside, they are a very endearing and loving, protective, funny group of people, and I think they would be a riot to hang out with. Like, you would have some stories to tell, but they would be the kind of stories where, like, when your parents ask what happened, you, like, take off, like, 80% of the truth. Those are the kind of stories you would have. Spring is all about rebirth and blooming. Choose a book that helped you grow in some way. For this one, I'm going to choose, oddly enough, a book from the Wicked Villain series, which is Learn My Lesson. It really taught me how it works and what it means to be polyamorous. I've never truly understood like what that dynamic was like until reading about it, and now I feel like I'm like, oh, okay, I understand a little bit more of what you're talking about now and like how that would work exactly. I would highly recommend this series and specifically Learn My Lesson. You'll have a good time. For many, spring is the first break from the bitterness of winter. Choose a book that is the embodiment of sunshine. Now, I try very hard not to repeat any books in this series of tags that I'm making, and I haven't. However, I am making one exception. One. For Heartstopper. I'm sorry, okay? There is not a single book that I can think that I've read that will make you happier than Heartstopper will. It is just the purest, sweetest, most wholesome book experience ever. This is your sunshine right here. If you're cold, zip, zap, you're not cold anymore because it's that heartwarming. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't heard, Netflix is making an adaptation. I'm so excited. I just want to like show up and be an extra in the background, like a student that doesn't matter and has no lines, and just like sit there. What a dream come true, quite honestly. Like, can I just show up set, I'm like, hello, state my name, I'm here for blah blah blah. Would anyone stop me? I don't know. Probably. Coming in for number 10. A picnic at the park is the perfect springtime activity. Choose a book with a character who you think would pack the best picnic basket. So like I said, I don't like to repeat books, so Peter Malark is already gone, Laura Jean is already gone, Nina from Six of Crows is already gone, so I had to really dive deep, and I decided that Scarlett would make a fantastic picnic basket. I feel like because she lives on a farm and like around so many fresh ingredients, she just like appreciates food. So I feel like she would really come through with a delicious picnic basket. Can we just imagine Scarlett and Wolf on a picnic? How cute. Now we're on bonus questions. Bonus questions. Question A, the world around us is being reborn right in front of our eyes. Choose a book whose movie or TV adaptation reignited a dormant obsession. For this one, I have to pick hands down Percy Jackson, because it's always gonna hold such a special place in my heart because I grew up with it. But you know, all the books are finished. It's a complete series, like there's no going back. I had kind of just made peace after the terrible movies, the atrocity that was the Percy Jackson original movie is a disgrace to mankind. I feel so bad for Rick. Like, I feel so bad for him. I cannot imagine having written something so flawless and then you get that. cannot even imagine how mortified and broken he was from that. Like, that's my worst nightmare. But we are getting a new adaptation that Rick is involved in, because he was like, I'm not gonna let you fools mess up my book again. So they're on Rick's turf now. So he has, you know, a moderate amount of control of where the story is going and how it will play out. Thank God, which is why I have hope. Like, when are they gonna learn? Let the authors have input and respect what they're saying, because they created the worlds in the first place. Like, that just makes sense. Question B. There couldn't be a better time to discard cluttering items with a little spring cleaning. Choose a book you've held on to for far too long, either physically or in your heart. I have to say, Carve the Mark. I bought this book so long ago, but I just can't bring myself to open it. And you'll want to know why. You'll want to know the gritty reason why. Because I don't trust Veronica Roth. Don't trust her. I don't trust her even as far as I could throw her. I'm pretty strong. I could probably throw her like a foot or two. Don't even trust her that much. She completely botched the Divergent series with the last book, and I will never get over it. I thought I could forgive her, but I can't. Or maybe it's not that. I don't like hate her or anything. I forgive her, but I didn't forget. So, you know, I feel like I set an internal boundary with Veronica Roth where I was like, well, never reading your books again. Like, but I didn't know that. I was like, oh, I'll give her another chance. But every time I would pick it up, I'm scared. She's gonna destroy me again. Spring is the perfect time to try something new. Choose a book that features an activity you'd like to try or a place that you'd like to go. For this one, I am choosing The Prince and the Dressmaker. Look at this cover. It's so cute. I love it. So I have this inner part of me that's like, you could make a dress. Like, you can do it. Like, it's not that hard. It's very hard to make a dress, I'm sure. Every once in a while, I'll see like easy little things, easy. They make it look easy. Videos on TikTok or something, and I'm like, am I gonna make a dress? No, you're not. You're not gonna make a dress. I might make a dress. I have not read this one yet. I'm saving it for a palette cleanser for when I start and finish A Court of Silver Flames, because I know it's gonna destroy me, and I've heard this book is really sweet and wholesome, and it's a graphic novel, so nice little palette cleanser for my wounded soul. I'm sure that book's gonna tear me to shreds. Bonus question D. Springtime may be lovely, but the allergies it brings are not. Hence the congestion. Choose a book with a side character or second point of view whose presence was just unwanted. You didn't need it, didn't want it. Yuck. For this one, I am choosing Throne of Glass. Kale. Didn't want him, didn't need it. I was just like, you're so annoying. If you could just not, that would be great. Like, that was me the whole time. For like a second I was like, and then I was like, he like kind of had Tower of Dawn, he was better. She had to save his character and like actually make us care. And so I cared about him more in Tower of Dawn, but like overall, I'm just like, can you go away? Like, if his death wouldn't have affected Dorian, I would have wished he would have just died at some point during the series. I mean, he might die. I've never read Kingdom of Ash, so I don't know. He could be dead for all I know. Dorian is my baby and Kale is his best friend, so that would hurt him if he died. So I'm like, fine, I guess you can exist or whatever. And the last bonus question, question E, is with each new season comes a new color scheme, and spring does it best with pastels. Choose a book with a pastel cover that you loved or think you will love. And for this one, I have to choose One Last Stop. This cover is so cute, so pastel, so sapphic. Just look at it. It just exudes. It exudes it. I can't wait for my next paycheck. I'm gonna pre-order it. I need it in my clutches now, immediately. I think this cover is beautiful, and I know that the words inside this beautiful cover are just gonna gut me in the best way possible. Thank you all so much for being here today and for being here while I do this tag. I had so much fun making it. I hope you have fun participating in it. Make sure to tag me if you do this tag. I want to see your answers. I want to comment on your stuff. Just let me know. I'm so excited. If you've made it this far, tell me your favorite thing to do in spring. If anything else, leave me a flower emoji because after all, it is springtime. All right, you guys, I love you.